You are ready to start whenever you guys are ready.
Okay, John Clifford's not here yet. Should we wait for him since we're gonna turn things over to him relatively quickly?
Yep, we can wait.
Okay.
Here's
Yeah.
John.
Good. All right, now that all of our interested parties are here, I will, Zach, are you
This
ready?
conference will now be recorded.
Well, I'm going to assume Zach is ready, and I will open the December 7th meeting of the Board of Selectmen at 4:30 p.m. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. And welcome. We have scheduled this meeting today to address what has come to light as an outbreak of COVID cases here in town, and to discuss what we, as the Board of Selectmen, want to do to address that and on behalf of the community. So at this point, I'm just going to ask our town council, John Clifford, to give us an update and some recommendations from our legal team.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. The Board of Selectmen began getting information, I believe, last Tuesday, December 1st, that there were a significant number of COVID-19 cases in East Bridgewater that appeared to be connected to attendance at events at the commercial club. We were informed by representatives of the club that they would remain closed until at least December 15th, which really eliminated the need for the town to take any immediate action with respect to ongoing activities at the club. The Board of Selectmen convened an emergency meeting on Wednesday morning, December 2nd, to discuss the increase in cases. At that meeting, Susan Malloy, the Board of Health's administrative assistant, gave an update as to the number of cases and made recommendations for any residents that may have been concerned about possible exposure to COVID-19. At that same meeting, the Board of Selectmen and Town Moderator Bob Looney agreed to postpone the special town meeting that was actually scheduled for tonight in order to avoid any gathering that could have contributed to increases in cases in East Bridgewater. The Board of Selectmen the Board of Health rather, is scheduled to meet at 6 o'clock tonight, shortly after you folks finish your meeting. As has been apparently reported on social media, the 3 members of the Board of Health are actually members of the commercial club. That being said, at this point, we're not aware that any member of the Board of Health has taken any official action with respect to the commercial club, nor are we aware that they've intervened in any way on behalf of the club. But I think what's clear is that there are a lot of rumors and innuendo that are out there in the community, mostly on social media, as to what happened, how it happened. So I'm recommending to the Board of Selectmen that you authorize us, Town Council, to do an investigation to find out, really to get an idea of what were our enforcement activities generally prior to this outbreak, to find out, was this reported to the town? When was it reported to the town? And what specifically took place once we, the town, found out that there was a significant health emergency coming out of the commercial club. So I think it's much more an evaluation of what the town did once we found out. I think it's proper to take a look at what were our enforcement activities to make sure that we were doing everything we were supposed to do to keep people safe. But we would ask that the board authorize us to do that investigation and then report back to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Seeking input from my fellow members on the Board of Selectmen. David or Peter, do you have any questions for John or feedback to what he has said?
Well, the other thing I'd like to add is that the information that's going around, as John already stated, on social media, yeah, it's by people that weren't there, they didn't know what happened, anything like that. I think that members of the board, anyone that's involved in this, we need to self-gag ourselves until this investigation is over. We shouldn't be answering any questions from anybody. All we have to do is be saying that this is under investigation at this time, and we cannot answer any questions at all for any reason.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I concur with what Dave says. Outside of the issue about the commercial club itself or the Board of Health, I think that, it's the Board of Health issue and it will be looked at through the Board of Health and through Town Council, I'm assuming. But as far as I go personally, I will be abstaining regarding discussion or voting on this matter with the commercial club, not because of any financial interest with the club, but because of a potential conflict being a member myself for many years at the East Bridgewater Commercial Club. So I just think it's wise for the board and for myself personally to abstain from any further discussion or voting on any matter.
great. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that you're taking that position. I think that's a good idea for you and for the board too. I'm sure that like me, you both have gotten phone calls and emails and messages over the last few days. I heard from quite a few people in town that are concerned about this and want to know what we're going to do. And, my comment to them was that we were meeting tonight and we were going to discuss it and make a plan to go forward. So that's what we'll do. And that is what we can tell people we are doing. So that being said, Mr. Vice Chairman, would you like to make a motion to authorize Town Council to start an investigation?
Madam Chair, I make a motion to authorize Clifford and Kenny to do an investigation on the procedures that were used and when information was received by the town to go forward and report back to the Board of Selectmen as soon as they have a final investigation.
Great, thank you. I will second that. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions?
Hey.
There we go. We have 2 ayes and 1 abstention. The motion carries. Is there any other business to bring before the board?
Nothing from me, Madam Chair.
I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Madam Chair.
I second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
This
Meeting is
conference
adjourned.
is no longer being recorded.
Good night. Good night.
Thanks, everybody.